Now remember these tips in Overconsumption December, y'all. These are lifelong facts. Hey Glamazons, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new. I'm so glad that you are here. My name is Taryn, aka Glamazon, and as you can see from the title of this video, it is You Are Not That Girl If You Are in Debt. Now, I already know, most of the girlies already know this, but you know, there's still those young girlies that are coming up, you know, especially being influenced by the internet, by friends, boys, other things that they see that they think, oh, I need to do this, or I need to wear this in order to fit in. We got to like bring them back down to make them focus on their priorities, what's really important, and focusing on those future goals and what really is going to make them that girl. Mentally, physically, financially, and pretty much overall. Every time we get on these apps, IG, TikTok, even sometimes YouTube, most of what we see are people trying to throw their products at us, trying to get us to click their affiliate links, feed off of people's desires, get them coins.
Viral! This viral chair, this viral hack, this viral product, this is what you need to be viral.
And I get it. We're all trying to survive out here. I completely get it. But all I'm saying is the consumer, just watch what you're actually being influenced on. Do you really need it? What are you going to use this for? Do you think you're actually going to be using that a month from now, even 6 months from now? Do you really need it?
So the question is, do you need it or do you just want it? If you buy everything that you want, you still need everything that you need. So if you buy all the things that you want and then you still need food, you still need what you need. So it's the opposite. So start with getting the things that you need first and then purchase your wants sparingly. Because the community that I live in, everybody has a 2-car garage, and most people have their cars in the driveway because their garages are full of stuff that they wanted at some point.
Are you wanting to get it just because your friend has it? Are you wanting to get it because it's the trend now? My point is, girl, you probably most likely don't need it. And you most likely probably don't even have the money to get it. Just because that money is in your bank account does not mean you have money to spend on it. And of course, it feels good to buy things that you really want, but you really don't need. But it all, you know, eventually ends up becoming overconsumption. And you know, don't worry, I'm guilty of it too. I'm definitely always working on it. I'm definitely guilty of it too. But I think the first step is to acknowledging it and moving accordingly to make sure that it doesn't become an issue. So that means buying things that you don't necessarily need, especially when that urge stems from a video that you might have seen on the internet. For example, just because you see a try-on haul doesn't mean you gotta buy everything in the try-on haul. You know, I make try-on hauls every now and then. I'm not expecting people to go out and buy and click my affiliate links and go buy, or even if you don't, I'm not expecting everybody to go out and go buy these items that I'm trying on. That's not the goal for me. Honestly, I just like making content and letting the girlies know, specifically the tall girlies know, like, hey, there's this item that's out there for us with long enough sleeves, with long enough length, you know, just to let them know, like, hey, this is out there. And then what they do after they see the video, that's completely up to them. When you actually see the product that's being showed or pushed, whatever you want to call it, it's up to the consumer or the person viewing it what they're gonna do with it. For example, it's like those aesthetic, like, kitchen essentials that you absolutely need, that someone says in the beginning of a video, you absolutely need this. Like those 50 count novelty ice mold trays. You don't need a mold tray of heart-shaped ice cubes. You don't need a tray of gingerbread-shaped ice cubes. You don't need a tray of snowman-shaped ice cubes. It's like shit like that. You don't need that type of stuff. This is another subject, but you know, there's a difference between actually having some morals and some passion behind actually being a content creator or being an influencer, or, you know, I don't want to say pushing a product, but suggesting a product. There's a difference between suggesting a product that you actually use and that you can stand by, compared to like some influencer who is just like trying to push some product so you can click their affiliate link and buy some shit that you really don't need just so they can get paid. Stop going into debt for these influencers that don't give a about you. Especially living in the time that we are now with such high inflation, I think it's important to know what your priorities are and what really doesn't need to be spent on. You know, most Americans are turning to credit cards to pay for not only their household debt, but for things that they actually want, like clothing, jewelry, electronics, makeup, skincare, etc. And obviously it's a lot harder to control inflation right now, at least for us to do it. I'm just going to try to give you some tips to actually control the funds that you can control and what you spend your money on. And I just have to say, in no shape or way or form is this financial advice. This is just completely suggestions on what you should be investing in or what you should be spending your money on. Now, I think the first step really is to identify what your needs and wants are, and making sure that your absolute needs align with your future objectives and future goals. Also, when you overconsume, things get cluttered, not only in your home, but in your mind. And I don't know about you, but it's hard for me to be able to work in a cluttered environment because my mind is just everywhere. My mind is cluttered. If your home is cluttered, your mind is cluttered. If you find yourself overconsuming in beauty products, hair products, kitchen accessories, kitchen appliances, or just stuff that you don't need or want or even use anymore, you can even find a shelter or some kind of thrift store to donate them to. People like your girl trying to find the good for the low. No, seriously, don't let these influencers get you confused and thinking that you need all this shit. So here's some better things to spend your money on. Instead of investing or spending money on things or products, invest in more experiences like picnics, trips, things to do, paint and sips, gardening, hiking adventures, you know, things that actually build knowledge and that even that you can possibly do with a friend or a family member. Basically things that you can learn from and experience. And also experiences make memories. Another better thing to spend your money on is investing in your health and wellness. So that means the gym, organic foods, and I mean real organic foods, meal prepping, supplements, vitamins, even therapy, your mental self-care, things that contribute to leveling up and lifting you up internally and mentally. For example, you know how you can get that girl skin if you go to the gym or if you work out at least 30 plus minutes each day or 30 plus minutes 3 to 4 times a week. Trust me, your skin will fall in line. Investing in nutritious and substantial foods. I already know this shit's super expensive, but at least it's a better investment in your health than something just like just getting stacked on your counter and in the way or stuffed in that vanity drawer. And this tip might sound super basic, but invest in what you need. So that means safety, knowledge, books, school where you're learning something, basic home essentials, a vessel, a house to actually live in, or apartment, whatever it is that you live in, a mattress, storage, etc. You know, you see where I'm going with this. Things that you absolutely need and actually need to be able to function with. And this last tip is probably the most common. You probably hear it or see it every day on the internet when you're scrolling, but it's invest in your savings account. Yes, everything is so expensive now. I know it seems impossible to save, and when you actually do save, it's like that plane is making a landing into your bank account and keeps going on the runway and just kind of lifts off and goes into someone else's bank account. Trust me, I know. Sorry, y'all. All that money that you might be spending on all those products that you really don't need or trying to be this internet's persona of that girl will keep you drowning in broke. If you can't save, and like I said, I know things are expensive. If it seems impossible not to save, invest in financial literacy. There's financial literacy everywhere and it's for free.
And it's for free.
On the internet, on apps, it's everywhere. So if you are in a place that you feel like you can't really save right now, but that you are working towards that, spend time investing in financial literacy so that when you actually do get to that place where you know you can save, you know, comfortably, you already know what to do, what to invest in, what not to invest in, and how to manage your money. Now, let me reiterate, I'm not saying not to go spending money on things you want, because if that was the case, life would be boring. I'm not saying that at all.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself 2011.
Once a year, Donna and I spend a day treating ourselves. What do we treat ourselves to?
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
It's the best day of the year.
The best day of the year!
But do it in moderation. Now, I know in moderation can sound different to a lot of people. Let's say if you're really bad at it, then maybe you should probably definitely have a cap on the things that you spend on when it comes to what you want. And that's up to you. You're definitely gonna have to, you know, buckle down and be strict about it. But for people who obviously are able to have like willpower, then yeah, like I said, do it in moderation. Don't go out every weekend. Don't go shopping every weekend. Don't go out to eat every day, or don't go out to eat every other day. You know, start limited to like maybe 1 to 2 times a week, or maybe just once a week. That's what I did, and it helped me out so much, along with meal prepping too. So let's take these tips and let's redefine that girl. You are that girl if you invest in yourself mentally, internally, when it comes to your goals, businesses if you want them, spiritually, who you allow in your space and don't allow in your space. And one of my favorites, experiences. Self-care does not revolve around consumerism or material things. And this is a lifestyle change, y'all. Remember this in Overconsumption December. These are lifelong facts. All right, y'all, if you have any other types of tips and advice and to be that girl and to stay out of debt, redefining that girl and for it not to revolve around consumerism or material things, but it's more so investing in yourself, in your future self, and your future goals and objectives, please comment them below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like or subscribe. And you can also follow me on TikTok or IG at Glamazon with 3 Z's. And I will see you next time. Bye.